Namaste. Hi there, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of the True Spirit of Coaching. And in this video, I want to talk to you about protection and its importance. So, especially when you're working more spiritually, you want to make sure that you are protected against any negative energies, any lower energies, toxic energies, etc. Because as humans, we are more than just our physical bodies. And everything is energy. So even those loved ones that have passed away, their energy is still around us. And there may even be some, energy, spirit energy that may have, quite negative or toxic um, energy of them. Okay, so and when we become in tune with ourselves, we need to be aware. Being in tune with ourselves and working spiritually, we need to be aware of feeling those sort of energies. So it's like if you've ever been standing in the queue somewhere and they move in and they're a little bit too close, they're actually in your aura, in your energy field. And you can either feel very uncomfortable or you feel okay, right? Your body will let you know what's good and what's bad. That would be your solar plexus telling you, your gut instinct. But they are actually invading your sacred space. Okay, they're invading your energy field. So you get to know how you're feeling when that energy around you, it just doesn't feel right. So energy can be both positive and negative, so it is definitely important for us to pick up which is which. And the more that you surround yourself with people, if you do start working spiritually, so say like you're a holistic massage therapist or even a coach, a counselor, etc., and you start to have clients that come to you and you will pick up on their energy. You will know whether you look forward to seeing these people or whether you sort of almost feel a bit of anticipation, anxiety, if they bring with them some bad vibes. Okay, so we need to make sure that we do not take on these unnecessary and their energy and their emotions or the problems that they may bring to you. And it's not just clients, is it? It can be family members, it can even be friends. You get to know who you want to spend most of your time with. And if people are just bringing in that negative energy, you choose to spend less and less time with them. So the question is, how will I know if I am protected or not? So being unprotected normally manifests itself within the emotional and the spiritual bodies. So I do have a list of how you can feel if you think if your field is unprotected. So you may be feeling irritable or losing your temper. You could feel drained. You could have nightmares. You can be easily influenced by others, being sort of, almost led astray, so to speak. You can feel threatened or defensive, even fanatical about someone. That can be a very sort of negative emotion. It's like you're trying to live the life of somebody else. You feel other people's pains and their emotions. So that's really being an empath. Bumping into people, you sort of lose your spatial awareness. On a physical level, you can feel pain in the back of your neck, in your solar plexus, the pit of your stomach, or in your wrists. Okay, so they're just some sorry, they're just some symptoms, that's the word I was looking for, that you may have, that you are unprotected. Okay, so how do you build up your protection? So you can build up your and protect your own energy field in a number of ways. So here are some examples. Make sure that you are keeping fit and well, and make sure that you are drinking plenty of water. You can wear protective colours, for example, gold, silver, violet and blue. You can carry or wear crystals with a protective quality, such as amethyst, lapis lazuli, sugar light, larimar, gold tiger's eye, hawk's eye or blue tiger's eye for psychic protection. You can wear or use protective symbols, for example, all the Reiki symbols if you are attuned to Reiki level 2 and above. You've got the Egyptian anchor, a rune symbol, Star of David, a circle, egg, pentagram, pyramid, or a cross. But just remember that symbols are a very sacred and personal item. That it has to be symbolic to you. Don't just wear them because you think it's like the next trend. It's like, oh, everyone's wearing the cross now, I must go and get myself a cross. You have to wear or use what feels right for you. Okay, there's also the Star of I think I've said that, Star of David. But you can also do visualization. So for example, good exercise is to imagine that you are sitting in an egg of light, and your egg is a lovely colour that you choose of either the gold, the silver, violet or blue. You need to make sure that your eggshell or even a bubble is solid so that nothing can penetrate it in. Or if anything is, positive energy must come in and positive energy must go out. Anything negative is literally going to hit the size of the bubble or the egg and literally just slide off. Okay, so no negative thoughts or emotions are to come in from others. In turn, each negative energy and thought pattern will just hit it and just slide down and be dispersed down into the ground to be transmuted back into positive energy. You always want to make sure that you are, if you're pulling out negative energy, that you're either releasing it to the universe. I usually do, when I'm doing a Reiki session, I would pull out negative energy right away. Imagine it coming down the body all the way down to the toes, pulling it out and blessing and release it into the universe, and with the intention of it being made into new positive energy. Okay, so there's some tips there on how to protect yourself. You can also call on Archangel Michael. I always feel like he protects me with his shield and he guides me with his sword, and he can wrap you in a lovely blue cape. Okay, so you can call on Archangel Michael. It's usually Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael. I call upon you to come forward to protect me, to wrap me in your beautiful blue cape, to let all positive energy just stay within me, and I give out positive energy, and anything negative just bounces off, bounces away, back out into the universe, into the field, to be made back into, positive energy. Okay, and I thank you, Archangel Michael, for always being around me. Okay, you can also not just protecting yourself, you can be protecting the room that you work in as well. Especially if you do work spiritually and you're working holistically with clients, and you protect the room before that they come into your house, and then protect the room that you're going to be working in. But you can also, not just when you're working with clients, you can send out protection. You can protect the rooms, your home, the street that you live in, your village or town. It can go out further afield. Like, you really want to be like protecting everybody, okay, and obviously yourself, and setting the intention of if somebody that you work with or a family member or a friend, like I said, can have sort of a negative attitude, thought process, send them some blessings, send them some positive vibes, sending them some love, okay? And sort of setting the intention that they can release anything that sort of holds them down, and maybe even talk to them about their protection. Who do they hang around with that they're picking up other people's energy? So you really have to be careful of what circumstances they might be in. It's always good to get a little bit of a background to find out what's going on, that why do they feel like this, that they feel quite negative, or ask them if they have some of the symptoms as well. There's no harm in asking. Okay, and then you can make the suggestion that maybe they do need a bit of protection and possible grounding as well. There's also other Reiki masters that can be, that can protect you as well. You've got Ascended Master Viramus, so he can provide a golden dome of protection. So again, you can have the golden dome over your home, over your row of houses, or whatever your streets in your town. So that's always good. He's a spiritual teacher and healer who helps light workers awaken their inner power and spiritual gifts, and to discover their life's purpose. Brilliant. So you've also got Archangel or Lord Melchizedek. He's an angel of peace, and he helps to inlay a rainbow and an early warning signal when under high vibrational attack or psychic attack. He'll surround you in a sphere that reflects anything away that's not for your highest of good. And you have Ascended Master Saint Germain, and he has the cosmic diamond violet flame. You also have Archangel Metatron, so he's good for protection and positive thoughts, so you can ask him to double your protection each day. Going back to Saint Germain and his violet flame, you can actually imagine sending a violet flame into an area or into a situation that literally it just sweeps in there and it clears it all out. You can see like the negative debris accumulating within the flame, almost like it's like a tornado of a violet flame, of like a fire. That's how I envisage it. Okay, so I just want to tell you a little bit of a story about how I felt at one time that I had a situation when I felt that there was some negative energy that came into my house. Okay, so I definitely had a visitation. So it was back in about 2008, 2009. No, it would have been 2009. I was studying at college, and I came home. It was a night school. I used to do it after work, and I came home and I kept having the name Zadkiel, 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 and I was thinking, right, okay, what's this name? So good old Google looked it up, Archangel Zadkiel. So I thought, right, okay, so the angels, are trying to send messages to me. Anyway, I sort of thought nothing more of it. Did some studying, and about 11 o'clock went up to bed. And got there, and I was just laying down on my back, and I just felt I did feel at peace, and I had my hands like on my hip, and I was literally just laying straight. And then probably about half an hour in, I suddenly felt very uneasy, and it's like my heart was racing. I could feel the beats getting faster, and I just felt like there's something here. There's something in my room. And I sort of tried to look at my bedroom door, which was white, but the bottom of it was almost like a smoky grey mist. And it did, yeah, I'll be honest, it freaked me out. Okay, I thought, yeah, I was just starting to sort of get into angels and things like that. But luckily I had one of those touch lights by the side of my bed, so I hit the light and the light came on, but I still felt uneasy. And I thought, right, this is really weird. And I was very good friends with an osteomyologist who was very spiritual. And we happened to be like meeting. My daughter had an appointment with him. And anyway, I went to him and I said, I really need to speak to you. Something happened last night. So he said I'd have to wait. And so anyway, at the end of his session, I told him what had happened. And he said, you definitely had a visitation. How do you feel now? I said, I feel all right. I felt like it did disperse. I turned the light on. I think I even opened the bedroom door as well, just to make sure. So he said, I want you to go home, and I want you to hit every wall in every room 3 times, saying, I am protected by the white light. So literally like 1, 2, 3. I'm protected by the white light. I'm protected by the white light. I'm protected by the white light. Whatever may be here in this home now, I want you to go. You're not welcome. So I literally did that. Every room, even cupboards, even the bottom toilet, even the bathroom. So that's what I did. And I never felt that uneasy ever again in my home. The only thing I did have, I think about a week later, is like I heard a cat purring in my left ear. Okay, but that was fine. you know, I've had my dad come through, my mum's with me all the time, and I can honestly say I think that's the only incident I've had of ever feeling uneasy in my own home, in my own space. So and hence that's why I called my business White Light Therapist, because I feel like that's the protection I need. So yeah, I know that there's some people that feel, you know, you shouldn't have to call on protection or get protected, because you know you're asking the right spirits to come forward and you're working with your highest good. That's another way of testing and saying, if you feel something's coming in, just say, are you here for my greatest and highest of good? And you have to ask them 3 times, and they have to answer honestly. If they're here for the highest of good, they have to say yes each time. They can't lie the 3rd time. Okay, so that's another way of testing it for you. So anyway, I hope that you found this this video useful. Please drop any questions in the comments below. Some people may agree with it, some people may not. This is my own experiences and this is my own opinions. Okay, so please, you know, keep things nice and positive in the chat. And if this is not for you, then that's fine. Thank you. And you know, yeah, I hope you find what you are looking for in, you know, getting to know things about working spiritually. Okay, everyone has their own ideas and their own feelings of things. So, but this is what I've been working with over the past, crikey, let me think, 14, 15 years. Well, since 2009 is when I started working with the angels. But then doing the Reiki in 2011 and just learning that bit more. So I guess, yeah, we are talking, where are we? 16 years now. So, and if that's the only incidents I've ever had, then that's fine with me. So, you know, maybe you've had your own experience. Let me know again in the comments. I would love to hear about it. And what have you done in the past that you may have needed to add that extra bit of protection? So I've got a lovely amethyst crystal here. Actually, I'll quickly show you it. Absolutely beautiful. The lighting's not very good over this side, but yeah, so that's on my windowsill, giving me lots of protection. Okay, beautiful souls, thank you again for connecting and tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next video. So peace, love, namaste, bye for now.